Good evening, and it's Marshall Malik here. Just want to say happy 2018. We're nearly at the end of January already, and we're another month to go, and we'll be in 2019. Making this video here today because I've been talking to a lot of people, and the vibe that I get is just to tell you a bit of background about myself. I have been a driving instructor for coming a good 23 years. In my family, last 50 years, my dad, God rest his soul, he started back in the 60s. And from there on, we're second generation of driving instructors. On top of that, there, my passion and my fun I've been doing is network marketing. I've done a lot of different things over the years. So I've always had a job which has paid basically everything, the lifestyle that I've lived from before till now. And on top of that, there, like I said, network marketing. The first thing I actually joined, I think was back in 1998. 1998? 1989, right about there. And what happened there was that I joined a company called NSA. They used to do these water filters, and I've just always had a love with that because I think working with people and in a way that you're not trying to cut each other's feet off is a very important thing. And for me, that's very important that people, you're all succeeding in the same direction. And network marketing, that was my first, and then there was another one I remember called telco, and that was telecommunications. From there on, there's been different companies that I've always had this thing with network marketing that I've been in and out, always coming in and out. And I've made a few good friends who from a long time I've had friends over many years. Now, what I've just recently felt over the last few years about network marketing is that if you tend to leave a company or you tend to just go into something different, you tend to lose them friends or people who you think are your friends, or because your mentality or what you're thinking is different to theirs, and because it clashes, they seem not to meet with you outside that networking environment. And it's quite sad to see that because you meet people all the time and you make friendships and you sit down, you eat with them, you share a lot of personal information, because I think the value of it is that when you give the trust factor kicks in with someone like that, because you've all got that kind of positive thinking, the entrepreneur mindset is there. But what lets them down or whatever is that when you move on to something else, they seem to close that door with you, and the friendship also stops there. And you think that's a bit weird. Why should that happen? I personally believe in multi streams of income. Whatever you do, it can be properties, you can have shops, businesses. Why does it change in network marketing that you can't just do more than one business? I don't believe in that, because I think if someone's got a product base, which is one thing, for example, if it's a coffee business, what has that got to do with something else like a cryptocurrency, or what's it got to do with if you have something like vitamin tablets, or if you have something to do with energy? So I think of it as a different business. I personally do not believe that you should put all your eggs in one basket. Because, God forbid, something happens to whichever company that is, well, what do you start again? Do you have to restart again and do the whole thing? And the whole people, the way they tend to look at you in a distant way because you've just moved on slightly, but you're still involved with that business. So I really don't get you network marketers who are very strict, like a religion, about your business. I don't know why you need to do that. I think that you have a chance of having multi streams of income if you have businesses. I'm sure Richard Branson has more than one business. I'm sure that, there's other entrepreneurs out there who have more than one business. I'm sure that, Lord Sugar has more than one business. And you just have to know how to manage your time. People who say that you should only be focused on one thing, well, that's their belief. It's like one subject alone. If you have multiple subjects, just like an exam, I'm sure that you can do much more with that. So my message out to my fellow entrepreneurs and my network marketers that whatever business you do, I wish you good luck in that. But I don't personally think that you should just do one business, because you should never put all your eggs in one basket. It's not my saying, it's a saying which happened many years ago. People have different mindsets about different things, and you should offer everything to them. You should offer them this, you should offer them A, B, and C, and let them see what they choose to decide. So please have that little difference in your mindset and just change that. You have friends, we're all like-minded people, we have an idea where we want to go, but we have different ways of looking at things in life. People unfortunately are too aggressive. I find that people say that you must get out of your comfort zone. I used to say that before as well, and it's like, well, I don't need to. I don't get out of my comfort zone when I recommend a company like Nando's when I say I want to have, like, peri peri chicken. I don't need to get out of my comfort zone when I need to say that there was a great movie that I watched. Why do I need to get out of my comfort zone? Same thing should happen here as well. If you know how to say it, I will be bringing more videos. I'll be making another video tomorrow just to help some people how to fine tune their networking marketing, how they can go out there without looking for people in such a way where people say they're not interested in this amazing opportunity what they have, because people, obviously, negative thoughts come in. They have like memories that kick back that they did something before when somebody said amazing and what's it about, and people are also secretive about it. I met someone at the driving test center, and he wanted to tell me about his business. I'm always open-minded to look at businesses, but he says, I can't tell you. You just have to give me your name, you have to sign in, and then I'll give it to you. I said, look, if I want to do something, please give me the name. I can't do that. That is not a way to do a business. If you have to hide something and you can't tell them, it doesn't work. There's a very simple formula that you could get. Out of 10 people, maybe 5-6 people join just to come to see your business. Where there's only about maybe one person will join, and everybody says, no, not interested, not thank you whatsoever. If you can't tell me you're not interested, because people don't have one thing which is very valuable: time. So if you need to get the time for them to see something, you need to tell them something. So again, to all you network marketers, I would like to say to you there, please stop being so negative, all right? And you make some friends on the journey, keep that friendship. Not just that the friendships move on because then you don't get in contact, but everybody's in each other and they're watching each other. Because life's too short for that. I had a big scare in my life on this weekend here. My son got really ill, and that just brings me back to where relationships are more important than anything else. I unfortunately had a tragedy just over 4 years ago, and I lost my daughter to pneumonia. And let me tell you that what happened on Saturday night, I'm just so blessed that me and my wife Ruby, that we got down to Nottingham University where my son is studying, and we was at the hospital. And to see that he had no control over his body, and it just brought back flooding memories of what happened to our daughter. And you're absolutely helpless to do anything, and all you're at the disposal of the doctors. But touch wood, thank God that he's better than before. We've brought him back to London again now, and we want to just make sure that he gets better. So relationships that even if you have with friends, you can meet someone today and you can click with them. Just because people move on to different businesses, don't spoil that friendship. And that is what I would say to all my Facebook friends. I would say to people outside Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are, all my networkers from all the businesses that I've done, I would say to you, please, your business is one side, that's fine. But if you really connect with someone and you have like-minded thoughts, if that company is not there tomorrow, at least you have your like-minded thing to carry on to another business or whatever it is. So I wish you all the best with everyone what you're doing, and I wish you lots of success. God bless.